Right here in the middle of April, we're talking about and hearing about taxes, for our annual income taxes are due on the 15th. But what about taxes we pay every single day of the year? Have you ever heard of them? Most of the merchandise that we purchase in the United States is subject to a sales tax that goes to state and local governments. In 1975, a tax was created that could be added to sales tax in order to generate more funds for cities and counties. This tax is called a local option sales tax. The reason the word option is included in the title is because voters get an opportunity to vote on whether or not to have the tax in their community. When local option sales taxes, also referred to as lost, are passed, then a 1% sales tax is added to the purchase of all goods in that designated community. That's only 1 penny added for every dollar you spend. Only 1 penny which every single person that buys merchandise must pay. Nobody can avoid this tax. It does not matter if you're a homeowner, a property owner, or even if you live in the community. If you make a purchase, you will pay the tax. Nobody can avoid this tax, so it is evenly fair to all. Whenever given the chance, everybody should always vote yes on local option sales taxes. Let's take a look at some of the reasons that local option sales taxes are a good choice. Think about a tourist passing through your town today. That tourist does not pay property taxes or car taxes or any other tax in your community unless they stop and buy something, in which case they contribute money through sales tax. A local option sales tax, remember, only 1 extra penny per dollar, or an extra income for your town from that tourist that lives nowhere near you. These individuals use your community's resources that are paid by taxes. Shouldn't they help pay for it? What if it's not a tourist, but somebody that works in your community but lives elsewhere? Personally, I live in Coffee County. I do not live in Coffee County, but I go to school here. I buy gas here, and believe me, I spend my share of money at the local Walmart. With a local option sales tax of only a penny, I contribute to the cost of operating county offices, road departments, water, sewer, even the police department. I'm helping to supply money that is necessary and would have to be collected some way or another. Which brings me to property taxes. Property taxes are the way the majority of funds are generated by local communities. If you own a house or land or any kind of tangible property, a tax is assessed on the value of what you own. Every year you have to pay those dreaded property taxes. Many people feel like the government is taking every bit of money you have, all at once, but it is a one-time payment. And it's usually a pretty big chunk of money. Lost was originally designed for the purpose of providing some tax relief from property taxes. It provides relief because you pay alone instead of all at once. It's a penny here, a penny there throughout the year. Property taxes empty your pocket all at once. Lost only takes a little bit at a time. When communities pass local option sales taxes, property taxes decrease, but the government still earns the money they need to operate. With 67.4% of Americans owning a home, the majority of people have to pay property taxes. But what about the other 32.6% of Americans? Do they deserve a free pass from paying their share of tax? Everybody uses local services. Shouldn't they help pay for them? Lost holds these people accountable for paying their fair share. It doesn't matter how much money you make or how much property you own, everybody pays the same. Lost is a non-discriminatory tax. It doesn't matter what you make, what you look like. The only thing that determines how much you pay is how much you buy. When it comes time to vote for this kind of tax, make sure you know what it means. It's usually not listed as lost on a ballot. There are other names that you'll probably recognize though. Usually you will see it on a ballot as SPLOST, which stands for Special Local Option Sales Tax. That just means that the penny is being designated for a special purpose. Another one is ESPLOST, This means that the penny goes toward educational purposes, or even T-splost, which designated those pennies toward transportation funding. No matter how it's listed though, remember, it's only 1 penny on every dollar. Benjamin Franklin said, "In this world, nothing can be said to be certain but death and taxes." This is definitely true. Another true quote was by Grover Norquist, the president of a taxpayer advocacy group called Americans for Tax Reform. He said, "Taxation is taking things from those who earned it and giving it to people who may or may not have earned it. If we're going to have taxes, it's time to hold everyone accountable for help paying those taxes. Local option sales taxes are the only way to do this. Next time it's on the ballot, remember, go to the polls and vote yes so everyone has to pay that extra penny."